Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toffee Bluecast Instant Match Reaction. Everton 2, Fulham 0. We did it. We got the win. Instant Match Reaction will be about 15-20 minutes and let you do what you want. Some of you might be walking out the stadium now. We normally wait half an hour for you to get out, but generally we want to get this done because we have got a few plans tonight. So, Paul, how are you feeling after that?
Hey, not bad at all. Because it wasn't just the result; it was the performance as well. I thought there was people who maybe didn't pull it out of the bag on Monday, who were maybe lacking a little bit. Away at Sunderland were much better today, and there was just better links, and everyone seemed a lot happier. And I mean, Christ Almighty, I don't know what the record is for disallowed goals in a game, but we got that trick of them. So I'm buzzing about the result, buzzing about the performance, and it's nice to do this just before everyone buggers off again for international duty.
We always do that. We always seem to pick up form just before an international game and then lose it again. That seems to be what we do. I called it last time. I said to you, do you think that we'll lose our form when we go into international break? Because we didn't know what we'd be like with these new players, and we did. I think after the international break, we come back crap. Hopefully this is different. But yeah, the lineup. What was your thoughts when the lineup come out? People in the comments as well. I can see you all in. Mark Doyle, Rod Ross. What was your thoughts when the lineup come out, Emma, Liam? Was you happy with the lineup, or was you a little bit like random?
No, it was. I put a tweet out saying no one guessed on the show last night that exactly what the lineup would be. I don't think anyone had a Rubenham come in. So, but he did all right. I thought, he good. I think the biggest thing, and it's nothing that Jake O'Brien's done wrong. I just think Garner right back seems to set everything off. Seems to start many attacks, holds onto the ball a little bit more than Jake would do. It's not just a curved ball down the line. There was a few times today that Garner had the ball and it wasn't on, so he came back inside and we kept possession at key moments. And it's nothing, like I say, it's nothing that O'Brien's done wrong. And some people say Tarks was probably a little bit lucky to keep his place today, but it worked out well, I think. It certainly worked out well. And Barry's a funny one. He is a funny one. I love all his reactions and everything. But I was pleased for him today because his performance was far better. Far better. And so was Dewsbury Hall as well. Much better.
It was a standing ovation for Barry was nice. He looked like he was in a mood at first when he come off. He couldn't tell whether he liked us or not. And when we gave him the standing ovation, it looked like at first he wasn't going to do anything, but then all of a sudden he turned around and thought, you know what, fair enough if you like me. I'm not sure what's going on with Barry. Obviously, pictures come out of him looking like he was not in a good mood, putting pictures up of last game. Moyes coming out saying, highlighting that his goal should have been scored. Don't think he was that happy. I don't think Barry probably feels like he's that wanted at Everton. So I think that standing ovation when he got it was quite big for him and that's what us Everton fans do. We do the right thing sometimes. And I think we knew that Barry needed an arm around him. So when Barry come off, I think personally, Barry hasn't worked hard enough other games. And this game he did. It was like he listened to the show last night. Because I said he's got to graph more, he's got to run more, he's got to close down more. And he did exactly that today. And that's what we appreciate as Everton fans. If you bush your balls for us, we appreciate it. And he did work hard today. Still not the finished article, but did work hard. And that's why a lot of people are saying that he played better because he did make the runs. He did look more like a striker today, Barry. And then obviously the standing ovation. I think it's what he needed because it might just take a bit of pressure off him. I think that's the big thing is that the standing ovation, it might make him think, you know what? These ain't all hating on me thinking I can't score. These are actually all behind me to play well. And it might just tease him up a little bit and make him play well, Barry. So I think that was good by the Everton fans, a standing ovation. So you're right in the comments there, Emma.
It was a key moment, wasn't there? First half, ball goes into him and he chests it off to and die only around the centre. But that was almost like, oh, that was good. And then the next thing he battles with Bassey to get a free kick or whatever. And that was quite good as well. And he didn't have people on his back. And I'm not saying by any means it's our fault, but just little bits of confidence. The disallowed goal that he gets again. He actually wasn't offside either. I don't think it was Ndiaye who was offside on his first touch. So again, another little bit of confidence. So, but he was knackered by the time he actually did come off, and that's usually quite a long time for either Barry or Beto to stay on. So he should be happy with what he's done today. I'd like to know if there was any, in-team conversations and little words in people's ears, because some people pulled their finger out today and did the job properly.
I think they knew that this was a bigger game than what it needed to be with the points that we dropped and the position that we was in the table. They could feel a bit of pressure that they needed the boot in the arse. Dan mentions there, James Garner was superb, my man of the match. Paul mentioned it just a minute ago. He thought James Garner was fine. I thought at first, James Garner, I don't know if you remember this, he got done. And he looked vulnerable defending at the start in the first 5 minutes. And I thought, oh my God, this is going to work out because it just went past him. Kevin, I think it was, just bombed it past him. And I thought, whoa, James Garner's going to struggle here. And then all of a sudden, we started getting on the ball a little bit more. And I think when we started getting on the ball a little bit more, that's when you've seen James Garner better in that position. That's where it works because we put James Garner in the right back position to help get the ball into Ndiaye better and to help get the ball from the right back position to the centre midfielders better to help us keep a bit of possession. So I do think that later on, James Garner grew into that. Because eventually when James Garner started thinking, I'm going to get on the ball in this right back position and move it about to enjoy him, we was gaining a lot of possession from our right back position. I think Ndiaye was getting the ball good from Garner. Garner sometimes, if you notice, was moving into the middle as well. He was getting forward. So I do think he started a bit edgy, but James Garner eventually fantastic in that position. It just helped us keep possession. And I think that was massive for us today is keeping possession. I think that's what we beat Fulham in today. Because even when we went 1-0, I was a little bit worried, but I thought if we can keep this possession up, there's nothing Fulham can do about it. And I think throughout the whole game, even when it was 1-0, we didn't sit back when it was 1-0. We still was pinging the ball about. Even when Merlin Rowe come on, I know he lost it when he first come on, but I thought we was passing the ball really well when Kieran Dewsbury-Hall dropped deep. I don't know why he did drop deep, but he just randomly come and started wanting the ball, Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, and then you'd Merlin Rowe, and we was looking really good then. I mean, late on in the game, we're normally scared at 1-0, but I felt like we was in control to win that at 1-0 all the way through, which was nice to see. And we got the rewards for it. We scored the second goal, which it feels as an Everton fan, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree with this, it was so nice to just be sitting on 2-0 and you not feel like you was going to lose all the way through. It didn't feel like... It felt like it was on 2-0 and we was going to win because we know at 2-0 sometimes we're not safe, but it felt like we were safe today at 2-0 with the possession that we had at the end of the game. I liked it. It was nice that was today, I thought. 2 goals. First goal.
Yeah. There was
just before that yellow card.
I was just going to say I was just going to say. Yeah, I was just going to say there was danger of us getting a few Olays at one point, and if Beto had a better touch, as he sort of got away from Bassey's second half late on, I thought we were in for a Newcastle repeat after keeping it for ages and then that happening. So yeah, very very positive. It's nice to have an Olay every now and then. Go on, first goal you were saying.
It was Tarkowski. I don't know what went on in the box. It was I reckon Tarkowski got pinched by Tete. I do. I reckon Tete pinched him or something because he grabbed him. Something happened in the box anyway. And then Tarkowski, after grabbing Tete, Bassey jumped in to try and side up for his player. Fair enough. And Tarkowski and Bassey had their head-to-head, and both got yellow carded, which was, I think, they could have been warned. I don't think they needed yellow carding. And I thought to myself then, a lot of people are onto Tarkowski, so I think they'll say, "What are you doing that for, Tarkowski? Why are you getting a yellow card?" But then after that, Tarkowski won the header and put it across the box, and a nice Irabunum had, I think, probably 2 chances, and then obviously the Cobra on the knockdown. Who else would you want on the knockdown? The Cobra. We said, would Garner Gay keep the celebration? Well, it turns out the Cobra is Garner Gay's knockdown, Jumas. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is Garner Gay's, and what a goal it was by Garner Gay. And I let us know now.
And
let us know now. We'll speak about the second goal, but go on, Paul.
Yeah. I was just going to say, for those people in the five-a-side competition as well, Irabunum got an assist.
Did he?
That as well. Days. On Flash Score, they've given Irabunum an assist for his dummy, which is his shot, which he missed, and it bobbled off him to Garner Gay. So I think Rod Ross might. I can't remember if Rod has got Irabunum still in, but yeah, a little bit of information anyway.
Also says his buzz in the ground was loud. It's just happy days. The what was I going to say? No, he goes no. Rod Ross says no. Oh yeah, I was going to say mentions of man of the match, James Garner, man of the match. Let us know now in the comments who was your man of the match. I thought Garner Gay was fantastic. You know, he was everywhere. He was like every time we knock a corner out, he's up pressing on the corners like a striker, and I'm thinking. Some good tackles as well by Garner Gay, some good interceptions, good on the ball, scored the first goal, which was massive. I thought Garner Gay was fantastic today, and I think he's been a little bit off it the games before to what he normally is. Not off it in a bad way, but just to what he normally is. But I think today, Garner Gay led the line for me, and he come out all guns blazing, literally running everywhere, closing everything down, cracking goal, in some good positions, wanted to get on the ball, move the ball about well, and I was really happy with Garner Gay today. So for me, he'd be my man of the match. Keane, good shout. A lot of Michael Keane in the comments. Who was your man of the match, Paul? I think Keane was fantastic, by the way.
It's hard to choose, to be fair. I mean, I'll throw up what some suggestions were on player scores and stuff like that, but could have been a few today. Garner Gay was very good. Garner was very good. I thought Keane played very well. Obviously got a goal as well. Pickford made 2 or 3 important saves at important times. Dewsbury all ran his legs off. So it's hard to pick. I'd probably go Garner Gay because he got the goal as well. Personally, but people may differ. A decent team performance. I thought we defended well, and we didn't give them too many gaps. There's a couple of times they did pass it through our press a couple of times and got into that 10 area, but we were on them really quick. In fact, some good recoveries from Irabunum and Garner Gay when the likes of who would it have been? Lukic or Iwobi got in the middle a couple of times, but we were on him straight away. King, obviously, when he came on as well, we jumped on him in that 10 area. So a decent team performance, I think. But Garner Gay for me, but it's debatable.
Next time we do our shooting practice, can we make sure that when we do our shooting practice, we do it outside the box? Because it seems that our players was offside all the time today. They was literally in such bad positions. Never known so many disallowed goals. It was quite frustrating, actually, because there were some good goals. I thought Dewsbury Hall's goal was a good goal, and it got disallowed because Barry was offside and poked his foot in. I don't even know if he touched it when he poked his foot in. I don't even know if he made contact on the ball, but they didn't show it on the replays that much when Barry put his foot in. Same with Barry. Barry scored and someone else was offside as well. So 2 goals really disallowed because the other players was offside. So the players that actually scored the goals wasn't offside. It was the players before that. So it didn't cost us today. But one thing I will say, we've got to be a bit more, stop being lazy on the offsides because it'll bite us in the arse against big team. That can be the difference. It's just being lazy. It's not even the players that are scoring that are offside. You've got to hold that line quicker. It's not hard, by the way. It's not hard to hold that line. And like I say, today I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm not putting a downer on it, but if we going forward, we've got to make sure that every goal we score is allowed, because I thought Barry's goal was needed and he deserved it, but was offside. And then I think Dewsbury Hall's goal as well. I think you could tell the emotion that he had when he scored it. He really wanted it as well. So we could have been 4 goals today. So we've got to make sure we are not being lazy and staying on side, because that frustrated me a little bit today.
Yeah. The official always frustrates me, but VAR I noticed as well. I don't know whether people in the ground felt this or not, but in recent weeks, whenever we have scored, certainly in our last 5 games, it always seems to have taken ages for VAR to actually grant us the goal, They're almost looking for any excuse to disallow it. But today, in terms of the disallowed goals, it was like checked. It was absolutely it's night and day. It really was, and I can see on each of them why they were disallowed. However, I do also think that on another day or another club or another ground, that one where Dewsbury Hall puts it in and Beto been dangling a leg, I do think it's given by 1 or 2 others. I really do. So we were unlucky not to be 2 or 3 up before we were actually 2 up.
Let us know in the comments now, Evertonians. Did you think that when Michael Keane scored, it was handball at first?
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
It looked like it hit the arm. Like when they showed it on the replay, I thought it hit his arm at first. And then when they showed it again,
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the same replay. When they showed it again, it hit the shoulder. So it's hit his shoulder. It's not going off his head, I don't think. I think it's hit his shoulder.
It's both. He skimmed it, then it's hit his shoulder. And because he skimmed it and it's hit his shoulder, it's taken the pace off the ball. So I actually think Leno thought it was going to skip. So he's gone up quick like that, but actually he's looped and he's not able to correct himself. So hey, it went in. It went in. That's what we're happy about.
At first, because when I first watched, I thought that the way it went in, I thought, oh my God, that is one of the best headers I've ever seen. The way it went in, I thought from that angle he is, when he's got that many players around him to catch it like that. And I thought the gap was
the camera itself, wasn't it? The camera was behind it, and I thought, how's that gone in? Because it seemed to be is it deflected off the keeper or something? Because it was just, you could almost see it, but it was slow motion. Yeah, and it didn't seem real at one point.
Slow motion. So when at first I went, wow, that Michael Keane goal was sensational. I've got to see that again. And I thought, well, it was a bit of a clumsy Michael Keane goal. It come off his head and his shoulder, but it was a fantastic goal, to be fair. And you take them because, as you know, us Everton fans don't get much luck, do we? And it's nice to have a bit of luck. We've had a lot of bad. Massive win, by the way. I think Fulham have got a lot of good players. I personally think Silva for Fulham looks a bit defeated. They've got some good players there, and I don't think he'll last long because they can do better than that. Not taking anything away from us today, but I thought they was pretty poor for what I expected. And I'm not taking anything away from us. I just thought that they, as Russ said, played a bit safe and didn't start a lot of attacking players, which we seemed happy about before the kickoff. I was happy. I thought they could have put out a better lineup, but I do think that they'll play well against other teams and beat some teams. So it's a massive win for us. Nick Carr says, wasn't pleased with the lineup, but people like Garner played well. Barry played well as well. Needs a goal and he'll be fine. Kieran Dewsbury Hall was his man of the match. We have done a lot of man of the matches in the comments. To be fair, it was man of the match was probably a split between Keane, Garner Gay, James Garner, and Kieran Dewsbury Hall. It was probably 25% all of them, wasn't it, Paul, there in the comments?
Yeah. Midfield played really well, like we were saying. We played differently because Garner was at right back. So I just think it was a good team performance, defended really well. And we passed it a lot better. Our touch was a lot better. I'll tell you what, there was one moment, early second half, I think it was. It must have been early second half.
Agree.
And Fulham had high press, but we passed it out, I think, to Mikalenko. and then he passed it in, and like they were proper closing us. But it was almost like we had 4 first-time passes, but that got us out of trouble, and we were almost forced into it. But I thought, one, thank Christ for that, but also, oh, well done, lads, because then we had space to then move forward into. I wouldn't recommend they do that very often, but at least today our passing was better than what it's been.
Before we come on the show, I was thinking when I was watching this game, and I was thinking, you know what? When I was watching Grealish track back, sometimes he looked a bit shattered. There was a couple of times I've seen Grealish not track back, and it was Mikalenko left by himself, because Grealish is not known for his engine. He's not the fastest player in the world, but he is good on the ball. And it was the same with Ilman and Jai as well. And I was thinking when I was watching us today, with us moving James Garner right back, I do think that we've got to start becoming a possession team now, because I don't think these fancy players that we've got have got the fitness to be a hard-working team. When you think of us back in the day, all we had is players that wasn't that fancy but that could work hard. You don't often get fancy players that work hard. It's hard to get them both, do you know what I mean? And I think today, I think we've got, when I was watching us, I think we've got to become a really good possession team, because we can keep the ball now. And if we become a possession team, we'll get better out of Grealish and Jai, because we're not burning them out defending. So I think what we've got to probably start doing is probably playing James Garner in the right back position. Merlin Rowe looks like he can handle himself, and playing the ball all over the pitch without losing it now. And if we do that, it's going to be in our hands to win. I don't think we're a football team now where we can't have possession. We can become a possession team now, because you think about it. Dewsbury all possession midfielder, Garner Gay possession midfielder, James Garner possession midfielder, Grealish possession winger, frigging Dewsbury all, as I say, and then you've got Ilman and Jai. Sorry, that's what I was thinking of. Ilman and Jai as well. He's a possession footballer. All of our midfielder are possession midfielders, to be fair. So there's no reason we can't become a possession team now. And I've seen that a bit today, and I think it will get better. You mentioned it, didn't you, Paul? I think you just basically said it was better. So I think we are going to get a lot better. And I can see us going through the motions of now realising we can actually keep the ball, pass the ball, and play well.
Yeah, I think so. Whatever happened in the week, obviously been working hard, and things have been said. And I don't think Fulham were much worse than Sunderland in some respects. I just think that we were better on the day, and it's so much you can tell. I tell you what, come down simple things. When your striker is involved, when your striker holds the ball up, when your striker's building a little bit of confidence, everyone around them is lifted. It's not, oh, we've got it forward, we've lost it. We've got it forward, we've lost it. There's a chance, we've not scored it. And everyone else is just lifted by that. And I think we always say relationships on the pitch. I think Tarkowski next to Garner is a lot more relaxed, because I think Tarkowski likes to pass it around the back. And I think he gets more of that from Garner than he does from O'Brien. It's just different players. And those little relationships have just flourished a bit more today. Hey, it wasn't like we weren't watching Brazil or anything. It wasn't absolutely amazing throughout the whole 90 minutes. But compared to what we've had in the last 3 games or more, it was certainly a lot better, a lot happier.
Should have got yourself a Macca's, Emma. Should have got yourself a Macca's. You deserved it. With Halloween just gone, we've all probably had too many sweets and chocolate, so I'll let you off. But you should have treated yourself to a Macca's, Emma. I personally, I'll mention this because obviously Jack won the bet with me, as we all know. We put on Beto didn't score, but it was a cracking tackle by Anderson to stop him. I thought Beto was going to be in, and Anderson slid in, and Beto would have been in, and he generally would have been. And I think Beto played well when he come on. And I know some people will think, so many people was happy that Barry played well, including me, that they'll probably think they don't care about Beto anymore. But I think when Beto come on, he played well as well. And if he's going to come on for the last 20 minutes and boss himself about like he did, I was happy. We need both of them to be doing well. And remember, strikers do get injured sometimes. As mentioned in the comments by Nick Carr, we all seen Barry absolutely do a lovely fancy trick and go down the line, but then he seemed to be getting a broken shoulder by a ghost. I mean, I thought he dislocated his shoulder the way he was going down. Barry's 6 foot. He's 6'6", but I tell you something, he's like Onana. He's a bloody big wimp, isn't he? He goes down a bloody lot.
Yeah.
He's got those skinny legs. These players. Onana was the same. The 6'6" or something like that. I don't know how tall Barry is. 6'3" probably, but doesn't half go down a lot. You know what I mean? Not that strong. I thought don't keep going down, because us Evertonians, when we see a player go down, we have an heart attack and think you're going to be out for 10 years. So don't keep going down, because that scares us Everton fans. I think he just wanted to go down because wanted better. Yeah, well, I did as well, mate. But Jack's beat me. You know what I mean? The joys of having a shite striker, isn't it?
Scar's right. 6'6", £100. Yeah. You know, without wanting to sound all granddad and everything else, it is a different generation, I think. What was telling was when Barry was getting treatment, there was 3 lads. It cut to 3 lads who were just in the stand in front of him, and he was just all stood there, and they just had a wry smile on their face. They weren't concerned. They knew he hadn't hurt himself properly or anything like that. But it was just, yeah. Yeah, that's our lad. That's him. So,
and he was, and when you look at him, he was screaming. Barry was like, you could hear it. He was like, like that, rolling around, and I was thinking, oh my god, is he hurt? He's a good actor. One thing for sure, if Barry doesn't become a good striker for us, he will get an Oscars, and he'll probably be in the next Rocky movie or something like that, because the acting on that injury when he fell over was unreal.
Well, it's a little bit
not dissing him, but I just don't scare me that you're injured, Barry. Don't scare me, because I looked at his legs, Paul, and his legs are really skinny. I don't like these big players who've got skinny legs. They scare me.
He got a free kick. I think he got a free kick first half. Was it first half?
Against Bassey, yeah.
And he dived there. And Bassey clipped him on the bottom of the shin, and then his other leg came out here, and he was like that.
Super like that.
Yeah. And I think there was always jokes. There was always jokes when Premier League came in, especially. There's always jokes about players in training, practicing their diving and stuff, and they're better at it than everyone who I played with was. Do you know what I mean? Because it wasn't even a proper, not a proper thing. It wasn't a proper thing. We would if we were diving, we would dive and fall over like Del through the bar in Only Fools and Horses. Now it's an art. It's an art form. But I still don't think that we get any penalties for it. It just looks ridiculous when it actually happens. But he was good. I thought he was good. I'm happy for him. Just wish he got on the pitch. That's all.
It's a cracking win.
On the score sheet, sorry, not the pitch. On the score sheet.
It's a cracking win. There's still loads of questions. We're not the perfect finished article, but going into an international break, 3 points makes a big difference. Where's that put us in the table, Paul? It makes a big. I'm not sure where it puts us, because there's still more games to be had, but it's better. I honestly do think there was a lot of concern whether this new stadium would struggle with the new stadium, but I think the new stadium is the best place we can play, because it feels like we're good at home. I think our players like playing at the new ground. I actually think we're playing really well at home. What have we lost? Just one game at home at the new stadium. So, yeah, we are picking up some points at the old Dicky, and I like it. I do.
Yeah.
And good win today. Fulham, good team, good win. Crystal Palace, good win. I think if we can start picking up these big wins, we're soon going to bomb it up the table. There you go. Look, that's the difference it can make. I did say that. I did say don't panic, because we were in a relegation battle when we looked at it last night. Go and put 3 points on there and look where we are now. And I know the other teams have got a game, but not all of them are going to win, are they?
No, and there was a key result. We've not put it on the banner at the bottom, but West Ham managed to get a 3-2 win against Burnley today as well. So it's brought everyone up a little bit. So Fulham will be thinking a little bit more negatively than we will be. I still think Fulham will be okay, but there's 2 wins. 2 wins does wonders, absolute wonders. Can't see Man U at the moment. They win a couple of games in a row and then fly up. So if we do manage to get something away at their place, which is coming up after international break, I think, then that would be amazing. And you see how much of a difference it can make. I mean, games tomorrow. There's about 4 or 5 games on tomorrow, so we might not be as high up the table as we'd like to be. But 15 points, 11 games. I always look at that number of games and then think the number of points that we should have is above that, and generally you go from there. So it's nice to be mid-table without any relegation worries, I think, and I'd stand up to that. Like I said last night, I don't see us in a relegation battle this season, and I think maybe confidence could be on the rise. Be nice.
Yeah, completely agree. I'm really happy with it. No, I did lose a bet, but I didn't lose the tea towel bet. You know what I mean? I've seen in the comments, why has Dan got a tea towel on?
Hey, it's it's a bit doily.
Small me. Nah, to be fair, it's a bit wild, isn't it? But got the pattern.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, almost see your nipples in that shirt.
Yeah, you can actually. That's what I try and go for. You know what I mean? Bit of a nipple showing. You know me.
I know you do. I know.
I was going to put one of my 100 Everton tops on, but I couldn't find. I was upstairs, so I just literally chucked this on. This is one of my date tops. Make the partner fancy me. Got holes in it and all that. You know what I mean? Woo-hoo! But yeah, happy days. Yeah,
we'll get taken off. We'll get taken off the air. Oh no! Don't do that.
Right, people.
Here, hang on.
No, but seriously, all jokes aside.
Here.
All jokes aside, I'm really happy that we won. Do you know what? We was playing shit. Everton's been crap. They've been ruining my weekends. I'm happy now. We've won. It's a good weekend.
There is. I was going to say there has been development in the 5-a-side competition. Obviously, I dropped Garner Gay, didn't I, for James Garner because I thought he'd be on assists. So that wasn't very good. But there were 1 or 2 people who dropped, say, Branthwaite and brought in, as Paws said last night, defender / super striker Keane. So there's been a little bit of movement in the table. So I'll get that for you now. You can have a little look. And I think we actually have a leader in the league table. Where is he? He is there. I do need to change the league table slightly. But I've not had a lot of time. So at the moment, and you can see him around here. So it needs a little bit of wobbling around, but James Graham has got 16 as opposed to people's 15. So we have a out-and-out leader at the moment.
Smashing it.
Exactly.
Am I bottom? No, near bottom.
No, you are.
On me there.
You are second to bottom because I've jumped up to 10th.
Stole my players, that's why.
And where are we? Doyley's got on a 12. A few people have got on the 13s. Lots of people stayed on the 15s, and James Graham is on 16.
What? Yeah.
So get in. And Keane was the thing. He changed Branthwaite out for Keane and got himself another point, and leads the way going into the last what will be 3 games.
Do you want to wait there a second, Paul? Yeah.
Yeah, do. So if you see yourself in those, and I will do the rejig and everything else, let us know how you're getting on. I will show people. I'll make that nice and big, and I will show you what you've got and what people have got. Any of those yellows. There you go. Any of those yellows were transfers that were made. So there were some people that swapped Barry out for Beto, or vice versa. And there were 1 or 2 people who threw Garner in. And Keane came in. Hello, Eliana. And someone brought Branthwaite in as well, Pooter. Never mind, mate. Some transfers don't work. Scar says, I hated when we signed Keane this summer. Arguably the best signing out of the transfer window. Could be. Is Dewsbury Hall. Hello.
How would you? Apparently, you need ID for baby milk. You need ID for Lucas,
ID?
Really? So ordered like
no
a delivery.
Way.
Asked her, and you need ID. I just had to get my ID to get Lucas. ID for Lucas apparently.
Crazy.
So I just had to get my ID and tell him my date of birth. You know what I mean? I don't know why you need ID for Lucas.
Why would you trust him? Why would you trust him?
Look how big she's getting. Yeah. Say Everton. Rah. 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 Say rah. Say da 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 da. You do da 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 da.
She's already talking more sense than you.
Yeah, I know. We'll get her playing up front. Say da 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 da. Do rah rah. You know, she's on camera now. She didn't realise at first. But yeah, up the toffees. I'm going to go and have my Lucasade. Treat myself to a Lucasade. Emma should have treated herself to a McDonald's. Paul's going out partying. And hope you all have a boss week. I'm gutted. It's international break. Yeah. Say Everton.
No.
Never shines so brightly. Everton. Spirit of the Blues. Da da da. Da da da. Up the tops, everyone. Have a boss weekend. Paul, last words?
No, have a good weekend. Hey, have a good couple of weeks. You know, buzz off it as long as you can. And then we come back and we see you all again.
Yeah. We'll try and line up a good guest, people, and keep in touch with you. To be fair, we've been on the ball this. We've got a guest on for you, and we're straight on the match reaction. Up the top is what's your last 3 words? Up there. Up the top is, yeah, good deal. There you go. Up the top is. Have a boss one. See you later, everyone.